Where do accents come from? Let's find out. Yo, 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 what it is, what's poppin', what it do, what's happening, what up, though? Welcome to the BiasedBS PodShow, where your opinion doesn't matter, kind of like chain wallets. Remember those?
Yeah, I had when I was a kid. I had a chain wallet. It was so stupid.
It's the dumbest shit.
I feel like a biker.
I'm your host, Brett. And this gentleman over here is my co-host and producer, Drew.
Yeah, what's going on? Episode 2. Let's do it.
Episode 2, Season 3, baby. Let's do it.
I'm ready.
They took the vapes.
They're taking everything from us.
Taking everything from us. They're taking our rights. They took our jobs. All right. So, accents. Where do they come from? Do you know?
Well, I think it all depends on what accents you're talking about.
So, I mean, we can go into all different types of accents, but I feel like there's, just here in America, there's a Southern accent, there's the Eastern accent, the Boston accent, there's all types of different accents here in America.
Yeah, I mean, my question is why do people in different parts of America speak differently though? Like, why are they speaking differently? Like, if we're all in the same country, I mean, you don't see people in I don't know, maybe in bigger continents and in countries like China or something, they have people that speak differently. But like in Italy, there's not different. Is there different accents in different parts of Italy? You know
there's
what I mean?
there's probably different dialect. Like different slang.
Right.
I know in Milwaukee for sure there's all types of new slang, and I feel like Milwaukee has its own accent. I feel like that's
what they say.
That's what they say. I hear it. I know it. I've heard it.
No.
Oh, I don't know, bud. I don't know, bud. No, there's definitely an accent.
I did a little sleuthing and
Sleuthing?
Sleuthing. It's a new word I learned watching.
How do you spell
crime.
sleuthing, by the way?
Is it slouthing? Wait, sleuthing? Sleuthing. I got it from a crime. I was watching too much crime show stuff.
All right.
But anyway, apparently people perceive different accents differently. You know what I mean? Like they get different feelings from different accents. Like for instance, like the British accent, people view it as more posh, as more authoritative, as more polished. And I always feel that way too. Don't you always feel like English people, like they speak better English? I mean, obviously that's where it derived from.
Right, that's where it came from. It's more of like a proper English, right. I guess you would say. It's the long A's, like their A's are more and then, that kind of brings me to a point also with England and New England.
Okay.
Like the England and New England states, they kind of have a similar English, but their English is more Americanized. Does that make sense? Like the way that they talk, like they talk, they have a different accent, and it kind of derives from the proper English.
Right. Yeah.
Like
they talk faster. It's like they talk fast. Like even in New York, like they talk faster.
Okay.
And I feel like over in the UK, people talk faster too. I don't know if they have a bigger vocabulary in their head. You know what I mean? Do you think? I don't know. But this is the take on it that I'm reading here. It says, instead of sounding proper, it can come. But different take on it. I'm saying instead of sounding proper, it can come off as sarcastic or condescending, like because of the crisp delivery.
Yeah.
It's almost like every sentence is like a clever insult.
Right.
It's almost like they're talking down to you because you don't.
It's condescending a little bit. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I can understand that take because it's more of like a ha ha ha.
Yeah.
You know, like ha ha. You fucking piece of shit.
You fucking wanker.
You fucking bloody wanker.
Who talks like that? You know what I mean? Like who?
No, I get that.
Do you know
that
anything? You're a twit. Like it seems like they know something we don't for some reason. They act like they know something we don't.
Yeah.
As opposed to like the New York accent, the take that they're saying that people have on it is fast, aggressive, and straightforward. The flip side to that is it's not just rude, but it's efficient and no frills. Cut the fluff way of talking that makes you realize how padded most speech usually is. And it is a little bit like straight to the point. Like, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm fucking walking
like,
here.
There's nothing else that they threw it, like straight to the point. Like, someone else might be like, man, I was walking across the street and this dude just pulled up and he's, you know, but they're just like, I'm walking. I was walking there. I'm walking the street and he pulled, you know, it's just right to the point.
Yeah. Okay.
But it is very aggressive. I mean,
it is. Yeah. I've never been to New York. Actually, I want to go to New York. I'm definitely going to go soon. But I don't know. I'm kind of scared.
Why?
I don't know.
You afraid of their aggressive
talk? Aggressive vocabulary. I'm very afraid.
No. He doesn't come back talking
I don't know. I hear a lot
what
of
the fuck you looking at?
I hear a lot of bad stories about like the subways and shit like that. Maybe I just won't take the subways.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've never taken a subway.
I haven't either. It's a new thing to me. I've never.
Let's show people how scary a subway could be.
Yeah. And we're going to show people the ghost that just moved that hat right there. Ghost ain't real, but, you know.
Ghost of... the ghost of the Bucks players that used to be.
Right. Speaking of accents, real quick, I wanted to say this. We did talk on our, I believe it was our season finale, we talked about Beavis and Butthead Do America. And I went to Drew's house a couple weeks ago. We ended up putting on Beavis and Butthead Do America in the background just as like while we were working. There it is again. There's that ghost. That ghost is doing America right now. And we started watching Beavis and Butthead Do America, like put it on in the background, and it ended up being in Japanese. Like the subtitles were in English, but it was in Japanese. And you know how Beavis and Butthead have their laughs, and they're just like, you know, it was like, yeah, no, it was no, dude. The laughs were like ho 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 ho. The laughs, you could tell the laughs were Japanese, dude. It was hilarious. Accents, I feel like they're just, I don't know if they're location based or if they're just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like some accents do go away too. Like for instance.
How long do you have to be somewhere to adapt their accent?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Let's ask Google or chat and see, put up on the screen. How long do you have to be somewhere before you fully adapt, on average, adapt an accent from a certain location?
That is a very good question.
Yeah.
But I feel like in general, I'm going to use this as an example. In general, accents do go away with time. Like, remember back in the day, they used to have that... I don't know if it was just announcers that were talking like that or if it was like movies, but they used to have that fucking, hi, you see? Uh-huh. Like, they used to have that act. Remember that?
Yeah.
You don't hear that anymore. It was like I don't know what they described it as. It was like like an Atlantic, transatlantic or a Mediterranean accent, whatever that accent was.
I think that was a Chicago accent.
Well, yeah, whatever it was, but...
Kind of like a mob, like Al Capone.
Like, she?
Like
that. You don't hear that anymore.
Yeah.
But that just kind of went away. That was more of like a 20s, 30s.
I also feel like that was maybe a riff off of...
Like an acting type thing.
Yeah, I think somebody was like... what do you call that? Not pretending, but they were like riffing on it. Like that... It was their interpretation of that, like
improvising.
Yeah, Yeah, they were just trying to give people their interpretation of what that sounds like, what people from New York or Chicago or whatever they sound like,
Yeah. But yeah, that was definitely that's something you don't really hear anymore. I mean, unless somebody made like a noir type movie where they had that type of accent in the movie, I feel like you just don't hear that anymore. But yeah, with that being said, I am going to put a few words on the screen here. We're going to play an old game that we used to play where people misinterpret words or mispronounce words. So here it is.
I like this part. This is fun.
This is awesome.
That ain't how you say that.
That ain't how you say that. There's the first word.
Ooh. So right off the bat, I'm thinking antithesis. Now, I think that's the way to say it, but because I don't think I've ever. How else would you say that?
Antithesis?
Antithesis?
I think. I don't know. I think it is pronounced antithesis, like you said.
Antithesis? Antithesis?
Antithesis. Antithesis. I feel like that's how it's. How do you say it again?
Antithesis?
Antithesis. That's a fucking tongue twister in itself. But I feel like it is.
It sounds like a Greek word, like the.
It does, right?
Principia. Yeah, like.
Either way, it's one of them words where you. It's kind of a tongue twister where you get it mixed up with either antithesis. I feel like I've heard it pronounced antithesis before. I feel like I've heard it pronounced that way.
I don't know if I've ever heard that, but I can see how someone could read it that way.
Right, but antithesis is most likely the correct way to pronounce it. Now, this word, easy word, we all know what it is, but I've heard it pronounced two ways.
Yeah, there was a little period where I struggled with this word a little bit. Because I felt like saying template. It felt too, like, proper. Template. And I think there was a time where I used to say, or I would go back and forth with saying, like, I think depending on the sentence or context I was using it in, like, would say template.
Yeah, it's either template or template. And I feel like template obviously is the correct way to say it. But I have heard template, and this could go along with how the British pronounce it. I feel like they'd be like template. I feel like they say template.
Yeah,
right?
Maybe.
I feel like that's how they say it.
Maybe.
Let's ask a British guy. How do you guys say it? However you can pronounce that in the... Well, yeah, you could say template, Plitt, or template, Plate. Yeah, I feel like it's template in the British pronunciation. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I don't know.
Here's a good one. This is a really good one, actually. Here we go. You ready for this one?
All right.
Yeah. You like that one?
Yeah. I still change up this word.
This is a definitely interchangeable. That's a good point. Some words are interchangeable.
And it's okay.
I don't think we've ever thought of that before, really, as a outcome.
Right. And no one's saying, oh, you said it wrong.
Yeah.
If you were to say preferable or preferable.
Yeah, you could definitely, this is one of those words. 100% this is one of those words where you could be like preferable or preferable.
But if I heard someone say preferable, I would think that they spoke better English.
Right. But if
they said preferable, I wouldn't think that there was anything.
I wouldn't correct them.
Right.
I wouldn't be it's actually preferable, you know. I wouldn't correct them. But I feel like going to one of your old points where you're like, where you're trying to enunciate it more. You'd be like, well, it's preferable.
Right.
You know, if you're trying to enunciate
Like,
it
do
more.
I have to have cooking experience for this job? It's preferable.
Right. That's a very good. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
they'll
a good
say
example.
that. It's preferable.
Yeah.
I guarantee you people would say it that way.
To enunciate.
They wouldn't be
it.
like, it's
Yeah.
preferable. Like, that just doesn't
Yeah.
sound like...
Yeah.
You know, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It's interchangeable.
Yeah.
For sure.
Definitely interchangeable, for sure. It's bisexual, if you will. This is also a good one. I feel like this can also be used in the...
Yeah, actually, that word is changeable. It's not even a question because when you say rhetorical...
Right.
But if you said it as that word, it's
Rhetoric.
Right.
Right.
And you could say rhetoric.
I feel like I say rhetoric. That's just me personally. I feel like I just say rhetoric. I don't know if that's...
I think I say the word rhetorical more than I say rhetoric.
Right.
But so I think that you would say rhetoric, but...
Well, if you're talking about that rhetoric, yeah, I don't know.
But
if
you
you're talking
have
about
to
that
say it
rhetoric...
differently. You have to say it differently when you're adding...
Yeah, you could be right.
When you add the AL at the end, you have to say rhetorical.
Yeah, you have to say rhetorical, right. You
Right.
can't say rhetorical.
Right.
Right.
I wonder why that is. Why you have to change it. Because it should be rhetorical.
That's why the English language is so fucking complicated. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah. And I don't blame anybody who's struggling coming from overseas or from a foreign land.
Yeah, if you're
learning
coming...
English,
if you're learning English as a second language, I definitely don't blame you for all the loopholes and dead ends you're coming to, because we probably came to those too. Yeah. At some point learning it as our first language. Now here's a word that we just spoke of earlier. This is a cool word, I think. It's pretty... I don't know if this one's really interchangeable. I feel like there's only one way to say it, and the other way is just saying it as a douchebag. What do you think?
I don't know the other way to say it.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really? How else would you say it?
Nuclear? Nuclear. It's obviously not nuclear, but people do say nuclear. Do they not say nuclear? All right?
Is nuclear?
You can't spell nuclear Nukular or whatever. You know what I mean?
Nuclear.
Nuclear. People, that's a douchebag way of saying it. It's nuclear.
Wow.
Right?
I never thought of that.
You never thought of that, right? It's just,
Nuclear.
Some shit you just think about.
Yeah.
I think
guess.
about.
Yeah, I can see somebody saying, not focusing on the word and saying, man, it was a nuclear explosion, instead of saying nuclear explosion.
Nuclear, right.
Yeah, I can see how that comes off wrong. But I would have never thought they were different.
Yeah,
but
I know. It's crazy
when you say it
and when you
way.
sound it out and when you
Right.
pronounce it that way, it sounds way different.
Yeah.
And when you look at the correct spelling of it, it's nuclear.
Yeah, it seems like nuclear and nuclear.
Right.
So,
yeah. Two different words, but that's the end of that. That ain't how you say that. Whatever. So, anything you wanted to talk about, man?
yeah. Something that struck my mind. There's a couple things. One thing is I've been seeing a lot of Will Smith hate on the internet.
Okay.
Because it seemed to me that when Will Smith came out with this freestyle, like his freestyles for his new album.
You
like
don't
sort
think
of-
this hate is warranted?
Well, hold on. Let me say this real quick.
Okay.
It seemed to me that when Will Smith first came out rapping again for his new album and spitting these freestyles on YouTube and all this stuff, like everybody was like, whoa, he's getting it. Damn, he shitted. Damn, that's, he's back at it. Will Smith still has it. Will Smith is the GOAT, or what, all these, he's a pioneer. All these people have been writing that, but now people are like, what is he doing? Or, you're too old. Like, you were washed up long ago. Like all these, what where did the shift happen? Like I didn't go from thinking that was dope to thinking that was trash. Like, I think it was dope when he spit it, and I didn't expect him to spit that kind of shit. And I feel like people are trying to make you feel like it's trash. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people saying he's trash to make you feel that way.
Well, here's the thing, man. I mean, as far as his marketing goes, I feel like he was going to... I don't know if he was going to the right places where he was spitting his freestyles or whatever he was doing, but it looked like he was going to places where they were just looking at him like, okay. Like, I believe he went over to, like, I don't want to misquote or whatever, say it wrong where he was, but I think he was somewhere in, like, Africa, I believe. Right. And they don't really know Will Smith like that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what type of music is Will Smith doing that the African community is listening to? Like, realistically.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I feel like I've seen a video where he was over there and he was like going like this and trying to get like the crowd hyped, and then like they were just like it was almost like crickets.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Because I've seen videos where Will Smith went on stage, like whether it was with his son, doing songs and all that kind of stuff, and people were going crazy.
Well, yeah. I mean, that probably, a few years ago, and I don't know. I haven't really heard much of Will Smith hype lately, I guess you could say.
I really haven't either. What I'm saying is, like, I haven't listened to his new album. Maybe I'll try to give his album a listen to see, kind of create my own view on that. But I'm talking about the things that everybody has seen, these freestyles that he's been putting out for his new album. When they came out, everybody was psyched about them, and now it seems like everybody's like changed their mind about it.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe people are just still mad at him for slapping Chris Rock. I don't know.
Maybe they just slept on it. Maybe they slept on it. Woke up the next day and were like, you know what? That's actually kind of trash. Because when you listen to somebody else, when you compare him to somebody else, it seems trash.
It's like night and day.
Right. But when he just came out of nowhere, it was like, whoa, you know what I mean? So maybe it was the moment thing. It was in the moment thing, and now that people are kind of letting it marinate, it's not so good.
Yeah, and I feel like nowadays, too, they just have all types of, like, bot accounts where it's like, they're paying people to advertise your stuff, but what do you say we reel it in, man?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I like doing that.
It's fun, right?
While he's reeling it in, make sure you guys head over to our Facebook, BiasedBS. Check out that merch. Again, new season, new merch, cool stuff coming your way. When you do see something you like, make sure you guys hit up our email at biasedbs@gmail.com. Let us know what you want, what you like, and where to send it to, and we will do our best to get it to you as soon as possible. Thank you for supporting, and enjoy your merch.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. So check this one out. This one, I saved this one a couple weeks ago. I don't remember exactly what this one was, but let's find out.
Baby, one more time.
She's jamming, and then, oh shit. Oof. Not a good. Not a good.
Baby, one more time.
She was in the moment, and then, yeah.
She definitely shouldn't sing.
Yeah, no, definitely don't.
Like, that's probably why she crashed. Like,
she was way too caught up in the moment.
Her car committed suicide when she was.
Now this one, you probably seen this one. This was at a Korn concert. Okay. And this guy.
Not really somebody there. Oh wait.
See what he's doing? this dude's like, what is this fucking guy doing? God damn it. Hold on. Damn, look at that bug. Sorry, that's not what I wanted. Alright. So this is at a Korn concert.
See,
That's what he's doing. Now look, this guy sees him. Boom! Cleared his shit, dude. And then, after a while, security just takes him out. Yeah, you already know what he was doing.
Whoa. Well, why would you?
I don't get why would you do that right at the concert like that. That's crazy to even...
Is he like a chronic masturbator?
He's got to
that could be a thing.
It could be a thing. It's got to be a thing. It's got to be. Let's look it up. Is
Chronic
that a thing?
masturbation.
Yeah, I think it is. It's got to be.
Do people just spontaneously, like, like spontaneous combustion, do people just spontaneously jerk off? Like,
I think they do. I believe that they probably do.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
That's crazy. That's savage work right there, I tell you.
Yeah. It's pretty disgusting. All right. Here is the last video. Here we go.
What's a piece of information that you learned that feels illegal to know?
If you lick a Jolly Rancher and stick it to their window, when they rip it off, their window will crack. If you want to piss somebody off, do not put sugar in their gas tank, put marbles. They'll never be able to get them out and their car will make this awful noise and they'll never know why. Put mashed potato mix in their yard the day before it rains. If you're going to split their tires, do not split all 4 of them. Just do 3. Insurance reasons. If you put bologna on their car paint
I knew
when
that
it's really, really hot outside, it will eat the paint, and when
I
they
knew
rip
that.
it off, they'll have to get their car repainted. This one goes back to the marbles in the gas tank thing. If you don't want to put marbles, put a tampon. Pretty self-explanatory. If you pour a bag of rubber bands in their driveway, they'll never be able to sweep them up because it just keeps sticking to the ground.
Oh
Damn.
my God. Like,
That is like that's like the worst type of pranks right there. Like the most inconvenient pranks that there are right
dude,
there.
marbles in somebody's... I've never even thought of that.
I didn't
like,
either.
Who would do that?
That's...
I've heard of people pissing in people's gas tanks or
yeah.
putting sugar in there. But
you gotta be a shitty type of person to put marbles in somebody's gas tank.
yeah. What was the other one she said? She said, what did she say?
Bologna on the
No, before
paint.
that. One of the first ones she said. I forgot.
Oh, well. Yeah. Terrible shit, though.
Yeah.
That's just diabolical.
Come on, sweeping up rubber bands in someone's driveway.
I'd...
You'd have to literally bend down and pick them up, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. That's what you'd have to do. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's going to do it for the show, guys. Make sure you guys are commenting down below. And make sure you guys are subscribing in the bottom right if you haven't done so already. Thank you. And remember, guys, this is where your opinion doesn't matter. Kind of like algebra. Never going to use it. All right. Take care.